It is an honor to address you on the acceleration of cloud adoption in the public sector, and particularly at this interesting moment in our country. Today we meet after one of the most devastating pandemics in recent history. COVID-19 has propelled all sectors of society to reconsider how they operate in delivering services. No more than ever, the adoption of agile and innovative digital technology is critical to service delivery. We appreciate the enormous investment that is being made by the private sector in cloud technologies. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, the emergence of cloud technology has spurred our digital transformation journey and opened a plethora of opportunities inherent in the digital economy. In a world where digital technologies have become part of our daily life, government is looking for efficient ways to harness the capabilities offered by technologies to improve the lives of our people, be it in education, medicine, access to information, e-government services, and supporting SMEs. ICT is a cross-cutting enabler for digital transformation across government departments and society. As such, the department has a critical role to play in enabling digital transformation across all levels of society. That's the best way to provide pathway to digital economic participation and inclusion. Government has a critical role in driving digital transformation. By digitizing our service offering, not only do we encourage citizens to adapt to digital transformation, but we also induce demand for digital services and products. This will result in a society that gradually becomes not only digitally literate, but also begin to engage in digital activities, specifically those related to e-commerce. The thriving of e-commerce platforms like Mr. Delivery, Uber Eats, Tikarot, Superbalist, and many other give credence to this assertion. There are also many government services that are now available online, like SARS, e-filing, online appointment booking for identity documents and driver's license, amongst others. One can now also book flights and accommodation online and in fact payments without talking to a single person, as you all know. You can therefore imagine what the impact will be if all these are mainstream at all levels of society. Digital Transformation Program Director and digital economic participation are enabled by the adoption of digital technologies, whereby citizens not only become consumers, but begin to use these technologies to innovate and develop tradable digital goods and services. We believe that cloud is one of the technologies that can create enablement for such initiatives. Cloud not only provides for the cost-effective way of acquiring computing capacity for government, but also the most convenient and cost-effective way of delivering services to citizens. This is because we will not have to worry about monumental investment in IT infrastructure, but cloud gives government the opportunity to provide services to citizens anywhere and anytime. It gives you adaptability to changes, to emergency situations without blinking, because you don't have to take care of a lot of other things. Cloud technology further gives us the opportunity to scale up or down our IT requirements in accordance with our needs and particular times of the sector. So the issue of government cloud adoption is no longer about the if, but how soon we can completely migrate to cloud, given the benefit we can derive from it. As government, we acknowledge our responsibility to create an enabling regulatory environment, not only for cloud adoption across government, but also to support investment in cloud and data centers across the country. Program Director was deliberately emphasizing enablement because our intention is not to create rules that create impediments to what we want to achieve, which is the socio-economic upliftment of our people through digital transformation that enables inclusive digital economic participation. From a regulatory perspective, our focus will therefore be on the following amongst others. First, the need for quality, which means fast, reliable, and secure digital infrastructure that ensures internet connectivity to all our citizens, acknowledging that any dreams about digital transformation cannot be achieved without universal connectivity. Digital skills development across government and society, not only to support digital literacy, but also to ensure that cloud adoption benefits all in the form of innovation and the development of tradable digital goods and services. We believe that the universal adoption of cloud across government will require partnerships with sector to create a skills regime that supports effective cloud adoption and innovation. We strongly believe in that. That's why we are applying our minds in actually improving the resources that are allocated to human capital development in this regard. Collaborating with the sector to identify mechanisms to support SMEs not only to adopt cloud services, but also acquire the necessary skill to use cloud services to innovate further. We therefore appeal to the industry to begin to examine your production and distribution value chains and identify opportunity for SMEs in those value chains. As you will be aware, employment statistics show higher levels of unemployment amongst the youth in South Africa. We would therefore like to implore the industry to work together with the department and other government departments to support not just SMEs, but youth and women-owned SMEs, given the fact that those groups constitute the biggest portion of our population, meaning that your intervention in this area will have the biggest impact. The next point is the issue of data protection. The issue of data protection, which becomes very imperative as cloud services work with data. The Protection of Personal Information Act, which is commonly referred to as POPIA, already gives effect to privacy protection in terms of personal information. You will, however, be aware that government deals with different kinds of information, some of which is public and can be easily shared, while some is restricted and has to be stored discreetly with restricted access. We will be seeking to standardize security and privacy protection of our data as part of data sovereignty considerations. Next point is cybersecurity, which is another critical consideration in this regard. We recognize that no digital process or exercise can be 100% cybersecurity proof, but we would want to be satisfied that there is cybersecurity by design and enablement for continuous monitoring of cyber threats and timely warning to enable us to strengthen our data security practices. The other point is that we will also be addressing issues of cross-border data transfers. This is because we acknowledge that even though the digital economy and digital transformation is supported by free data flow, we also reserve the right to preserve certain data that is essential for the security of our republic and other constellations that are of exceptional interest to our country. Our interest, as stated, is not to curtail free flow of information, as we already intend to participate in many initiatives that require regional, continental, and in some instances, even international data sharing and interoperability. Our approach to the latter is to prioritize national interest, pursue reciprocal relationships, and ensure that data sharing and interoperability requirements support the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement and digital identity initiatives, amongst others. On data process, on data access, we recognize that for data to be used for innovative purposes, support digitally based solutions and evidence-based policymaking, it has to be made accessible. In as far as data, on the data access, we recognize that for data to be used for innovative purposes, support digitally based solutions, and evidence-based policymaking, it has to be made accessible. We plan to pursue an open data policy stance where non-restricted data can be made available in accordance with open data principles to ensure that it can be available in a manner that enables its storage, usage, and sharing. Finally, Program Director, we are working on partnerships with other departments like the Department of Public Services and Administration to ensure that we have a cloud policy compliance regime that guides cloud adoption in government, but also ensuring that cloud service providers meet best practice to ensure that reliability and sustainability of cloud services. I do want to make a point that we are getting more excited on the significance and the value of human capital development. We were dreaming about a lot of things we did teach yesterday when we met Global Corporate Initiative. That naturally, the literacy of the future is around digitalization. You know, when you apply in school, they ask you to apply. We anticipate a future where they will ask you, are you digitally literate? If you are not, they don't even call you for an interview. Now, our country can't be found in actually ensuring that we stay apace. Once you speak about just transition in global warming, we speak about just transition in digital transformation, because there's a risk of leaving out many. When I was going through the presidential 4IR commission report, they indicating that actually trying to allay the fear that digitization is displacing humanity. They said, no, there are millions of new roles, but many of those roles are digital. So it means you need to train people digitally. So we were speaking with teaching about the digital teachers of the future, digital centers, to make sure that even those who have no opportunity to go to school are given basis of at least being able to embrace minimally the basics. Thank you very much.